Hello. Today, I'm going to talk about ways to quit your job through running your own internet-based business. One of the best ways to do it is get a product or service that you can sell. Make it a digital product, because if it's a digital product, then it's what we call evergreen. That means you can sell it over and over and over again. And digital products are really based on your creativity, either your ability to write and communicate your thoughts, or do really good visuals, that being like digital print and things like that to sell. But I'm keying more on creating content today. And you can do that by mastering what I call funnels. And funnels are just a structure from taking a person from barely knowing who you are to learning about the solution that you provide to their problem, and then walking them through a step-by-step familiarity with who you are and what you offer. So you use a funnel to do that. You just have a lead magnet. That's something that you give away, of value you give to them, and they take that, they can learn from that, and from that it also displays your expertise and your ability to solve their problem. So you want to create a lead magnet and then give that lead magnet to them in exchange for their email. And then once you have their email and you have an ability to communicate with them on a regular basis, you group all of those emails together. So you have what we call an email list. So that person becomes a lead, and you have an email list. And then you take the email list and you send emails to the people on your list on a regular basis. You want to have it consistently sent over time. And you can do that with software. There's so many pieces of software out there that will do this. So you do that. So you communicate with them. We call that an autoresponder. So you put them in a sequence, or you send them a sequence of messages on a regular basis. And that pretty much runs on autopilot. But you have to load it up first. You have to actually write those emails. And then once they get those emails from you on a regular basis, you showing up in their inbox, they begin to know, like, and trust you, because you are providing valuable information to them. In return, you are able to eventually market products and services to them that are targeted to them to help them solve their problems. And in return, they pay you. So that pretty much is that business model. It's the marketing, it's the constant being in touch to build your credibility and have them know, like, and trust you. And it's providing value to them over the long haul. And then you want to create, like I said, digital products which help them to solve their problem. So these can be courses, they can be ebooks, they can be just pretty much anything that you can actually put online and set it up to where they can receive it through a payment processor behind what we call a wall, a payment wall. So you can get really creative on that part of it, and also the service as well. You can coach them, you can consult them, you can charge a fee for that as well. If you have a particular expertise that people put a premium on in the marketplace that they will actually pay for, you can actually put that up on a web page or a complete website, and put that up and point traffic to it, and then you can make money from people purchasing your product or your service. But it really is a very, very simple process. And I actually use a software right now that has everything under one roof, so to speak. So I'll put a link to that in the description. You can go check that out, and they have a free trial as well. So, and if you do decide to purchase it, I will get a portion of those proceeds that you would spend there. But that's what I use to actually funnel this channel. Actually, I said funnel. I use to actually finance this channel and to do things like create other projects which will help you out in the long run. So it's a win-win situation. I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't good and if I wasn't using it. So I'm using it myself, and I think it will help you as well. Also, it'll eliminate a lot of the mystery of how do you put the whole system together, because it's all inclusive. It includes the web pages, how to put the site, all of that's done. So the front end, the funnel itself, and even the back end, selling your products. You can connect your payment processor to it. And there's tutorials that show you how to do that. And plus, I offer training as well on how to do that. Actually, a lot of my emails will center around a lot of training that you can just take it right out of the box and use it. So I'm really excited about that, because when I started, you had to you had to pretty much piece everything together from all of these different companies, and stuff didn't always go together right. So you had to figure out a workaround. Today, thankfully, things are a lot simpler and they can go a lot smoother now, especially if you can keep it all on one platform. So yeah, you can sell from that platform. You can market from that platform. You can even build a blog on that platform, and write your emails, everything on that one platform. But going back to what I was saying before in the beginning, you want to be able to have a system for cranking out products, cranking out content, for doing your marketing. And you want it to be something that it's like a standard operating procedure, something that you do on a regular basis, something that you can actually outsource parts of it if you needed to free up your time. Once you actually make some more money, you could free up your time by outsourcing parts of your process and your standard operating procedure. So all of this can be it can be it can be scaled upwards really, really quickly. So that's the way I would start my business if I was starting out today. I didn't, unfortunately, that's not the way I started in the beginning, because there was just so much I didn't know, and I didn't have someone to actually walk me through a step-by-step process the way I just did in this video. But once you do that and you got that set up, then it's just a matter of just being consistent with your outputs every day. I mean, your inputs every day. That creates the output that you want. But you got to understand that you put in that work every day. That becomes your that becomes what you do as work habits. That becomes daily your daily procedures, your daily gosh, I want to say the word. There's another word that I like using a lot. That becomes your daily step-by-step routine that you follow. And when you do that, it's kind of like falling off a log. You know, every day you're getting closer and closer to what you really want when it comes to making money and fulfilling your dreams, because you are actually putting in the work to make it happen. But you got to know what that work is, and you got to be able to do it on a consistent basis. And that's what the system that I just explained to you will allow you to do. And it's not anything original. I didn't come up with it myself. It's what a lot of the big name players do to some degree. They just have different there's different aspects of what I talked about where I could go in more depth, which I'm not going to do on this video. But each phase, um, you can go more in depth with that. But the other thing too is just testing. Uh, that's one thing that I learned that is so cool about being in digital marketing is you can start out with the foundational, the foundation, the fundamentals, and then you can study what's working and what's not working, put your spin on it, uh, just test and tweak things and come up with your own system in the end. You may start out uh, using like a standard system that almost everybody's using, but you can make tweaks on it and then eventually it does become your own. So many things that I do right now, they are actually things that I learned from just studying the data and just making changes to improve my conversions and improve my sales overall as a result of looking at my analytics and all of my statistics. So you can do that. That's another fun thing about what we do. And the platform that I talked to you about earlier, that will actually allow you to do that as well. You'll be able to look at your numbers every day, every week, every month, and you'll be able to practice more of what's working and eliminate what isn't working. So when looking at having your own internet business, the biggest thing you have to be thinking about is systematizing everything because systems are the things that make you wealthy and rich. And it's not completely hard work, it's your systems. So you have to have really good systems in place and you have to be continually improving those systems and using your analytics as feedback to tweak your systems and make them more efficient and put yourself in a position to where you are working less physically, but mentally you're able to take an idea and implement it and bring it to market really, really quick. That's another secret to success, being able to have an idea and then implement that idea and bring it to market fast. The people who do that, again, are the people who are super wealthy and super successful. So you want to start out with that type of approach to your business. And last but not least, stay consistent. Even when you're not seeing results, stay consistent. Always do the fundamentals of your business on a daily basis. If you take a day off, hey, that's fine, but you want to always have your head in your business. You always want to be thinking about things to make it better, but you always want to be executing on a very consistent basis. You want to be constant in your action, and you want to look at every day as an opportunity to get closer to fulfilling your dreams. And it doesn't always matter that you don't see the results right away. Some things take time. The efforts have to compound over time. You have to get to the point where you can look and see things that are working, which will lead to higher income and more success. So it's the little things in the beginning, but they go hand in hand. Those little results that you see, they actually they go hand in hand with your constant effort and your consistent work, putting in the consistent work over time. You won't see any results if you back off or you do some and then you don't do anything. This business really responds to consistency over time. And you don't have to know everything to get started, but you do have to get started to eventually learn everything that you need to know. So be sure that you place a premium on being consistent and sticking to things even when you feel like giving up. There's a saying, I think it's 3 feet from goal. I think it's from Napoleon Hill in his Think and Grow Rich book, or The Master Keys to Riches. I get them mixed up a lot. But this one guy, he was digging for gold, and he was he had bought all of the equipment and did it, and he had the land. He was just digging for gold. That's what he did, and he just eventually he gave up, and he felt like he wasn't going to get what the gold that he had put all of his time, invested all his time and energy in and money in. So he just quit, and he ended up selling it to another person, and that person came along and they dug like 3 feet and they hit gold. So they became wealthy, and he did not. You don't want to be that person. And again, I can speak from experience. I created so many websites in the beginning. I created so many businesses when it comes to, I shouldn't say complete businesses, but different aspects of the business, like websites, social media accounts. I, uh, I've been in so many other different markets where I would start in a market and I would quit because I didn't see results. And it wasn't that was a bad market. It was that I didn't stay in it long enough to learn everything I could about the customers in that market so I could give them the ideal product or service that they were looking for. So I quit and I left all of that effort on the field. However, all work works. So I learned a lot each time. I learned how to build WordPress. I learned how to build WordPress websites in the process. And that eventually helped me with so many other things that I tried to do later. I also created products. I wrote ebooks, and a lot of times they didn't work. They bombed out. But I learned how to create a sales page. I learned how to uh, create a lead magnet. I learned how to market my ebook through search engine optimization. I learned how to market it through social media. I learned how to market it through pay-per-click advertising. So throughout all of that work, I may have failed in getting the income that I wanted back in the beginning, but I learned some very, very valuable skills each time I launched out into an area of where I didn't have any expertise. I learned every time. So the work really works. And now that's the foundation that I was able to build upon to get to the point now to where I know a lot and I'm able to use that knowledge to get the things that I want. And you could do the same thing. It just matters so much that you don't quit, that you continue to persevere and remain persistent even when you don't see the results that you want. And even when it looks like nothing's happening, it is happening. It's happening inside of you. And that's really what matters. Because as you become more resilient and increase your focus and tweak your approach, get more coaching, learn more from courses, books, seminars, things like that. That all of that knowledge that you access has to be mixed with effort. It has to be mixed with constant effort. It has to be something in which you learn, you apply what you learn, and then you learn from the actions that you took to get results. Then you study those results, and then you get some more knowledge, and then you make some changes, and then you take action again. You just do it over and over and over again. Just wash, rinse, repeat. And you get to the point where you take all the emotion out of it, and you don't get disappointed as much. You don't get as frustrated as much because you know it's all a part of the process. It's all a part of what it takes to be successful. And it's not a constant arch straight up to success. It's up, down a little bit, up, down a little bit, up, straight, steady, up, and then boom, and then back up again. It's kind of like that. You just keep rolling regardless of it seem of perceived failure. You roll on in spite of that. You may feel like you failed, but in the end, you don't fail because you don't quit. As long as you don't quit, you won't really fail. You will just continue to learn better ways of doing things. And that is the game that we play when we are becoming more and more successful as an internet marketer. So that's really all I had to say. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.